Hi, my name is Professor Mickey Begman. I teach a class on engaging change, Middle East and North Africa, with Professor Sadjadpour of the Carnegie Endowment. So while the workshop has a theme of Middle East and North Africa, it is a workshop. So we focus on specific skills and practices for those. We work to directly engage with actors in the region. So students will have the ability to talk to actors that usually they don't have access to. We do a lot of role playing and simulation, and we practice a lot of short oral briefings that are based on information gathering and interviews with practitioners around town. So the Middle East and North Africa region is going through unprecedented changes, as we all know. And practitioners need to have the ability to gather and process information, whether they serve in the government, whether they serve in the private sector or in NGOs. Now, what distinguishes between a good practitioner and an excellent practitioner is their ability to understand the perspective of actors other than themselves, to be able to understand why actors behave the way they do, and therefore to understand how actors will react or will behave according to actions or policies that we take. The objective of this workshop is to instill those skills in students by direct engagement with actors and specific skill sets that we exercise and teach in the class. While the workshop itself is geographically focused on the Middle East and North Africa, varying experiences and knowledge of the region should not be an obstacle for participation. So any student that wants to gain those type of skills, but do it within the context of this region, should participate. So I work in a field called fringe diplomacy, which explores the space beyond what governments are able to do amongst themselves in international relations. It includes governments, it includes NGOs, it includes businesses. It can be citizen diplomacy or it can be private sector diplomacy. And my experience in this has been wearing two specific hats. One is with the Aspen Institute, where I run the Global Alliances program, where we work with private sector diplomacy, specifically in the Middle East and North Africa, but now also globally, where we create business-to-business opportunities and people-to-people opportunities as a way to strengthen relations between communities around the world. The second hat I wear is that I'm the Vice President for the Richardson Center for Global Engagement, where we do citizen diplomacy, mainly focused in rural countries, getting Americans out of political imprisonment, improving relations, and helping train parliaments and governments that are in transition, places like Myanmar, North Korea, Cuba, Sudan, etc. So our class is designed with a lot of guest speakers. Some of them are in person, some of them cannot make it into the United States, so they're doing those presentations via Skype. Students should expect to engage directly with those practitioners, be able to ask them questions, have a dialogue with them. That's one. Second, we do use a lot of role-playing and short simulations. These are not robust simulations with case studies. They're more anecdotal and quick thinking and quick return that explain the dynamic between different actors. In terms of the assignments, there is presentation. Each student is going to give throughout the semester at least 2 oral brief presentations of 5 minutes on a topic that will be assigned. That student will be questioned by the class and by the professors afterwards in a discussion on the substance and the merits of his presentation, his or her presentation. Last, there's a writing assignment, which is a policy paper that comes at the end. It's a short policy paper and is written as a recommendation for policies specifically to actors and by actors in the region. For more information, please feel free to look at the syllabus that should be online or contact me directly.